Hello dear students, welcome back to EDUHUNT online teaching for mathematics. At the section today we are going to explain ratio and proportion. It's a very important topic for various competitive exam. Have a look at worksheet 1, question number 1. Am I clear? So if a school open at 8:30 am and closes at 3:30 pm with a lunch break of 45 minutes, then the ratio of lunch break, nothing but lunch interval, to the total time of the school. This question what I am asking, ratio of lunch interval, already given 45 minutes lunch interval to the total time of the school. Actually school opens 8:30 am. 8:30 am. This is opening time and close at 3:30 pm. 3:30 pm. So first one we can calculate difference between the time 8:30 am to 3:30 pm. So this is 7 hours difference. Am I clear? So what is the difference? 7 hours. 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30. Okay, 7 hours. But question what I am asking at final, lunch interval. So lunch interval to total school time. Lunch interval already given. So lunch interval 45 minutes. Minutes given. This is very important. But total school time already got 7 hours. So ratio nothing but you should maintain the same similarities. Lunch interval already given 45 minutes. This is lunch interval, okay na? So 45 minutes, school time 7 hours. Hours also convert into minutes. 7 into 60 minutes. This is very important. అంటే లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ మినిట్లో ఉంటే రైట్ సైడ్ కూడా మినిట్స్లో ఉండాలి. బట్ 7 hours డిఫరెన్స్, ఇట్ విల్ బీ కన్వర్ట్ ఇంటూ మినిట్స్. 7 into 60 minutes. సో అకార్డింగ్ టు క్యాన్సిలేషన్ 15 3s, 15 4s, ఓకే, మినిట్ క్యాన్సిల్, ఓకేనా? ఆన్సర్ ఈస్ 3:7 4s 28. దిస్ ఇస్ రిక్వైర్డ్ ఆన్సర్. ఆప్షన్ బి ఈజ్ రైట్ ఆన్సర్. Am I clear? You can able to understand. So let's go to question number 2. If two trains traveling at 75 kilometers per hour and 84 kilometers per hour for 8 hours and 10 hours respectively, then the ratio of the distances covered is. So two trains given. Finally what I am asking here, what I am asking, distance covered by, distance equal to formula speed into time. This is very important formula. So what is the distance formula? Speed into time. So here what I am given, train 1 and train 2 distance will be asking at final. So train 1 speed 75, okay, train 2 speed 84 km per hour. 75 km per hour train 1 speed, train 2 speed 84 km per hour. That is the speed into time already given for 8 hours and 10 hours respectively, means first one covers 75 km per hour. This is the speed, covers the distance 8 hours into 8. Second train 10 hours, it takes 10 hours. Train 1 takes 8 hours, train 2 takes 10 hours, complete the journey. So respectively it means train 1 and train 2 timings 8 hours and 10 hours respectively. So speed into time is called distance. So finally what I am asking, distance ratio. This is a required ratio, okay na? So first one 5 2s 5 15s. Am I clear? Again 2 1s 2 4s. Next one 4 21s. Next 3 5s 3 7s. What is the required answer? 5:7. 5:7 is right answer. Option B is right answer. Am I clear? Let's go to question number 3. The total weight of an alloy which is a mixture of copper and zinc is 18 and 3/4 kgs. If the weight of copper is 6 and 1/4 kg, then the ratio of metal used in the alloy is. So question what I am given first. So mixer nothing but it is a, so already given mixture of copper and zinc. So this is a copper and zinc. What I am given, copper plus zinc part total what I am given, 18 and 3 by 4 kg. 18 and 3 by 4 kg, that means actually this is a mixed fraction. 18 and 3 by 4. So how we are going to convert into improper fraction? 4 18s are 72 plus 3, 75 by 4. Actually this is the original weight. So 75 by 4 kgs, copper plus zinc total. So alloy nothing but mixture of two concentrations, copper and zinc. 75 by 4 kgs. The weight of copper already given. What is the copper weight? 6 and 1 by 4. So we are going to convert into improper fraction. This is a mixed fraction. 4 6 are 24 plus 1, 25 by 4 kg. Am I clear? So, but question what I am asking, the ratio of metals used in the alloy. Ratio nothing but you should maintain the respective ratio. Firstly what I am given copper, next one zinc. So copper is to zinc part will be asking at final. So you know that out of total alloy 75 by 4, copper part you know that 25 by 4 kg. How will get zinc part? Zinc equals to total 75 by 4 minus copper. Total alloy minus copper already given 25 by 4. That should be subtracted from total. You will get the zinc part. So 4 LCM 75 minus 25, 50 by 4. But finally what I am asking? In that question finally what I am asking? Metals used in the alloy. What ratio metals used in the alloy? That means, but initially what I am given, first copper given, next zinc. So what is copper part? 25 by 4 is to zinc already got 50 by 4. So 4 denominators cancel, 25 ones are 25 twos are. What is the required answer? 1:2. Option D is the right answer. But A already given 2:1. Sometimes we can misread that type of particular questions because here respective order very important. Initial what I am given copper and zinc. So finally you can take copper and zinc part. So 25 by 4, 50 by 4. 4 cancel. 25 ones are 25 twos are. 1:2 is the required answer. Am I clear? Let's go to question number 4. If the length and breadth of a rectangle are 30 meters and 20 meters, then the ratio of numerical values of area to the perimeter. So already given rectangular length how much given? 30 meters and breadth 20 meters. But finally what I am asking, so clearly numerical ratio of area and perimeter. So you just recall that formulas. What is the area of rectangle? L into B. This is a formula. What is the perimeter formula? Perimeter of rectangle 2 into L plus B. So this is formula. So rectangle means opposite sides are equal. So this is length, 2 lengths and 2 breadths. What is the perimeter means? 2L plus 2B. Area nothing but LB. So already given L into B, 30 into 20. Okay. 2 into L plus B. L value 30 plus B value 20. So you can write it 30 plus 20. So this is 600 is to this is 50. 30 plus 20, 50 into 2, 100. Okay, 20 cancel. Answer is 6:1. That is the final answer. Option B is the required answer. Am I clear? Let's go to question number 5. A television set is sold for 25,000 rupees. If the ratio of SP is to CP, SP nothing but selling price, CP nothing but cost price, is 3:5, then the profit is. So clearly we have to observe selling price of SP of television already given. How much? 25,000. And also given ratio between SP and CP. SP and CP ratio how much given? 5:3. But question what I am asking, profit. So clearly profit nothing but what? So when we will get profit, SP is more than CP, they will get profit. So SP minus CP is the profit. So before that you don't know CP value, original value, but SP you know that 25,000. First one we can find the CP value by using the ratio. So what I am given 5:3 is SP and CP ratio. Okay, it will be considered as 5x and 3x. But SP value 25,000 given, nothing but 5x value. 5x indicates SP, that value already given 25,000. Therefore, x can be written 25,000 by 5, nothing but 5,000. That is x value. But what is the CP value? CP equals to 3x. 3x means 3 into 5,000. 15,000. This is the CP value. But question finally what I am asking? Profit. Profit equal to SP minus CP. So already you know that SP value 25,000 given, CP value already got 15,000. So 25,000 minus 15,000. What is the required answer? 10,000. Am I clear? So profit 10,000, option C is the required answer. Okay, right. Okay, let's go to question number 6. The sum of two numbers is 1500 rupees. If the numbers are in the ratio 4:2, then the numbers are. So sum of the two numbers given. Before that, two numbers are in the ratio 4:2. This is two numbers. Let us consider A:B. Two numbers ratio already given. So let me take in two numbers A:B, ratio 4:2. Also it can be written as 2:1 because 2 1s are 2 2s are. Am I clear? 2:1 is a sum of two numbers ratio, but sum of the two numbers how much given? 1500. It will be considered 2x and 1x. Sum of the two numbers means total 3x equal to 1500. Therefore x can be written 1500 by 3, 500, because 3 5s are 15, 2 zeros common. But question is asking the two numbers are nothing but what is the ratio? A value 2x, 2 into 500. 1000 is the first number. What is second number? B value 1x, nothing but 500. 1x nothing but 500, 1 into 500. Then answer is, so 500 and 1000, but ఇక్కడ ఆర్డర్లో ఇవ్వలేదు, బట్ నో ప్రాబ్లం. టూ నెంబర్స్ ఎలా ఉన్నాయని అడుగుతున్నారు, అది ఆ నెంబర్స్ ఏంటని అడుగుతున్నారు కాబట్టి సో ఇంటర్చేంజ్ అయినా నో ప్రాబ్లం. సో యాక్చువల్లీ దిస్ ఈస్ రెస్పెక్టివ్ ఆర్డర్, బట్ డు నాట్ గివెన్ 1000 and 500, సో 500 and 1000, దట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో రైట్ ఆన్సర్. హ్యావ్ ఎ లుక్ ఎట్ క్వశ్చన్ నెంబర్ 7. David is 4 times as heavy as Harry, and Harry is 2 times as heavy as Mitchell. If the weight of Harry is this is 20 kgs, then weight of the David and Mitchell are. So in that part, so clearly we have to observe how many members given? 3 members whose names are David, next one Harry and Mitchell. So first one, David is 4 times as heavy as Harry, that means 4:1. According to ratio and proportion, it can be written 4:1 here. Mitchell gap. So first condition what I am given, David is 4 times as heavy as Harry, 4:1. Next condition, Harry is 2 times as heavy as Mitchell. So nothing but Harry and Mitchell ratio 2:1, because second condition, Harry is 2 times as heavy as Mitchell, 2:1. Here David gap. Which one is completely filled? Those values are moved to the gap with respect to order. So each one is completely for Harry completed fill. Okay na, second variable 1 and 2, those values move to the gaps with respect to order. Upward and downward you should maintain the respect to order. And paina rayali, kinda rayali. That is direct multiplication is a required answer. What is the direct multiplication? 4 2s are 8 is to 1 2s are 2, again 1 1s are 1. This shortcut method. 8:2:1. But next condition what I am given, the weight of Harry already given 20 kgs. So it will be considered as a 8x, 2x. This is a ratio. It will be 8x and 2x and 1x. 2x parts already given. So 2x value indicates Harry weight already given 20 kgs. Therefore x equals to 10 kgs. Therefore x can be written 10. Okay. But question what I am asking, weight of David and Mitchell. So David weight 8x, nothing but 8 into 10, 80 kg. Okay. Next one, Mitchell weight 1x, nothing but 1 into 10, 1 into 10, nothing but 10 kg. So this is the required answer, 80 and 10. Option C is the right answer. Am I clear? Let's go to question number 8. If Anil Kumble took 4 wickets in 2 overs and Muralidharan, actually he belongs to Sri Lanka cricketer, Anil Kumble Indian cricketer, okay, nothing but bowler. Muralidharan took 8 wickets in 4 overs. Then the ratio of wickets taken per over is. This is very important. Finally, what I am asking, ratio of wickets taken per over. Actually, in that question, Anil Kumble, how many wickets taken for 2 overs? 4 wickets per over. Finally, what I am asking, per over. So Anil Kumble and Muralidharan. Okay na. So 4 wickets taken in 2 overs. So per over how many? 4 by 2. 2 wickets. Am I clear? How will get 2 wickets per over? 4 wickets taken for 2 overs. Therefore 1 over 2 wickets. 4 by 2. And same rule applied towards Muralidharan. took 8 wickets in 4 overs. Therefore, 1 over 8 by 4, 2 wickets. So, each one takes per over 2 wickets, 2 wickets. Okay, na? So, what is the ratio? 1:1. Option B is the right answer. Am I clear? Let's go to question number 9. If the ratio of the income to the saving of a family is 10:3, then the income when saving is 21,000 rupees. So, 21 it's not 1000, 2,100. Okay, clear? So, firstly, income and saving ratio already given. What is income and saving ratio? 10:3. So, originally it can be considered as a 10x and 3x. So, in that question, income, what I am asking, then the income is, but before that saving already given 2,100, nothing but 3x value already given, 3x value 2,100, therefore x can be written 2,100 by 3, 3 7s are 21, 2 zeros common. So, x equal to 700, but question what I am asking, income. So, income is 10x, 10 into x value 700, answer is 7,000. Am I clear? Option D is the right answer. Let's go to question number 10. The compound ratio of 2:3 and 4:5 is? The compound ratio of 2:3 and 4:5 is? So, already given two ratio 2:3 and 4:5. So, what I am given the formula? Compound ratio means product of antecedents is to product of consequents, that is called compound ratio. So, product of antecedents nothing but 2 into 4 is to product of consequents 3 into 5. This is a compound ratio. So, 8:15 is the required answer. Am I clear? 8:15, option A is the right answer. So, compound ratio already given that formula, A:B and C:D. So, AC is the product of antecedents is to BD nothing but product of consequent. This is a compound ratio of A:B and C:D. What is the formula? AC is to BD. Here AC nothing but 2 into 4, BD nothing but 3 into 5. 8:15, option A is the right answer. Am I clear? Okay, rest of the model I will discuss you later. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.